Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. Welcome to Woo². We are inside the Wooniverse, me and my executive producer, Connie Diletti, and this is where we talk about basically anything. But this time, these few Woo², we are focusing on the spirit of your business and answering questions about business, about being an entrepreneur, about being a solopreneur, about a little bit of woo-preneurship.
Yeah,
Woopreneur.
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 I love it.
Jeez,
Yes.
that's probably somebody else has probably thought of that already. But anyway, and let's hear what you have to say because everybody has sent in lots and lots of questions, and we'll see. Let's see how we can help this person.
Let's do it. So we have a question. I'm just going to read it here. It says, I have a business where I teach, offer courses, workshops, meditations, and I hired a team. We're in the middle of a launch, but it's been falling apart. Colette, what do you think I should do?
Okay, that is a very broad question. So here's what I will say.
Mm-hmm.
These are that you need to start asking questions, right? So let's the first things first. If you've hired a team and your launch is falling apart, and what should you do is first of all you have to drill down to your why. First of all, why are you doing the launch? What's your why? So we all know if we drill down to our why, then and why did we hire these people? And it's interesting too. Like hiring is also a fascinating thing when you're talking to the spirit of your business. You will get real clear indications of the quality of the people and how they might trigger your unhealed wounds, right? That's the other thing, because when you work in small environments, right? Like that's always happens. That's one of the things about having your own business is that you are going to be tested. How far have I come? How clean am I? Am I bringing, personality issues in? And have I hired somebody that I knew intuitively that wasn't a good choice? Because then there would maybe poison the team or bring in like it may not be the right thing, or you might have hired them. I need to do this. I'm doing a launch. I'm going to hire all you people, right? You know what I mean? It takes a while. We have an extraordinary team, as you know, and it took a long time to get there. So I would say the kind of questions that you need to ask, and anybody, I think this could apply to a lot of things.
Absolutely.
What's my why? And then, if this isn't working, what's the pivot? What's the opportunity in here? So maybe it's working exactly as it's supposed to. Anything that I ever had a lot of really difficult time with in my business has been so important to my personal growth and my own transformation, and to help me hone in on honestly what it is I'm supposed to be doing. So, and what I didn't get from the question was, is it the content that isn't appealing to people? Do you know what I'm saying?
What's
I
falling
don't know.
apart exactly?
Like what's falling apart?
Yeah.
We didn't get that from the question. But if I was a person I was coaching, those are the questions. That'd be say like, what's falling apart? Is it personality problems between the team? Is it that someone said that they had skill they didn't have? Is it tech that is it technology that you don't know about? Is it glitching, or is it the whole thing? And you're realizing like maybe it was too soon to do a launch. Maybe it was the timing was not correct, or maybe the content isn't. So ultimately, I don't walk away. I'll just let's see where it goes, and then you learn from it. Because I think you and I don't know if this person wants to keep their team or what. Again, I don't know enough about this question.
Yes.
The question is too broad, but I guess the overall answer is know the right questions to ask. Don't take it personally, and realize like, why are you in this situation? And the what you can do about it is surrender it to spirit. I got to say, there's like surrender this. There is some purpose to this that you are not privy to just yet. And I would say, okay, universe, I'm turning this over to you. I'm going to write it out and I'm going to see what I need to learn. So what do I need to learn from this? Now, when I have people dialogue with the spirit of their business, I get them to pull oracle cards, but I give them a very specific questions so that we can reflect on those. That helps a coach-client dialogue, right? You can really take a look at it and go, okay, ooh, this is the direction. Oh, I never thought of that. Oh, wow.
What are some of these questions, like, for our listeners who may have oracle cards or can always go on ColetteBaron-Reid.com and see,
Yeah.
pick a card of the day there. So what are some questions?
Well, a general
Yeah.
question is, what is the purpose of this falling apart?
Okay. Mhm.
What's the deeper purpose? What do I need to learn from this? What in me is being reflected in it? Those are the kind of things. Again,
Mhm.
if you're in a knot, and then what is my next right action with this? Like it may say, I remember we were doing something and I kept getting not for you, which is a card
Okay.
in
Mhm.
Wisdom of the Oracle.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what do you mean not for me? Like it's like cut your losses.
Mm.
Oh, okay. And then what did I need to learn? And it was like I think it was another day, it was TikTok, or it was the same day. It was like, right, you're rushing. You don't need to
Mm.
be doing this right now. Maybe this isn't right now. And maybe this isn't the right, group of people. And nothing is ever wasted.
Mhm.
Nothing is ever wasted. So I think in a nutshell, if you are doing something in your business that you are sure, because a lot when you launch a product, you're sure that it's going to go, you at least you hope it is, right?
Mhm.
And it's falling apart. Well, sometimes it falls apart before it comes together. That's one thing I have noticed because it's happened to me a number of
Okay.
times.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's supposed to create a pivot for you to move forward, but you ask the question is, why is this falling apart, and not be afraid of the answer.
Mm.
And what part of it is falling apart? Is it the team that's falling apart or not stepping up? Is it the content that people just don't care about?
Right.
Is it the timing? Is it too soon? Are you having a zillion technical glitches or whatever? Like, what is it that's falling apart? Because the whole thing doesn't fall apart. It's like dominoes.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is, what's my why?
Mhm.
What's my why? Always drill down to your why. What's your why? Not your what. We know what the what is. What's the why? What's driving this? What's your motive for
Mhm.
doing this? Because sometimes people realize, oh, wow, I did it this way because I wanted to be like so and so over there. I've had a number of people over the years look me in the eye and say, I want to be you. I'm like, oh boy, you don't want that. Like, you want to be you.
Mm. Mhm.
Then they get mad they can't be you. Well, I'm a 35-year overnight success. Like, how did you get successful? Well, I've been doing this for 35 years,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
and I'm not saying to people, well, you have to do this for 35
Right.
years before you get really
Mhm.
successful. But, I put my 10,000 hours in as an expert
Mhm.
in the areas that I teach in
Mhm.
and that I coach. Like this, I only talk about what I know.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
talk about stuff that other people are talking about just because it's cool and because we want to do it and because we think we can make money.
Right.
Ever,
Mhm. Mhm.
ever. You're here to do you. You do you.
You do you,
And
boo.
and you do you, boo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's and then you'll see that, is it falling apart or is it being transformed, you know?
Hello. Thank you so much that you said that. What do you think a butterfly goes through?
Mhm.
Little caterpillar. It was all excited. It was all fuzzy and was hanging out with his friends. And all of a sudden,
It's like
ew, it's like feeling like it's sick to its stomach and it's
Mhm.
having nightmares. And then all of a sudden, I better put clothes on.
Yeah.
It's like getting naked. All the fuzz is going. So it gets himself in a cocoon. And then if you open a cocoon that isn't
Mhm.
finished, all you see in there is goo.
Mm.
So now it's no longer a caterpillar, it's just
Go.
goo.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you're in the goo stage
Mhm.
when you're seeing, oh, this isn't working. Oh, that's not working. Okay. That person's got to go,
Mhm.
and that's maybe why this is to help you up level. I'm telling you, anytime I always say a hairball shows up in my business, it's right.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, time to clean house, time to clean,
Mhm.
and move up to the next layer
Mhm.
and do the best we can.
Mhm.
And then what could I learn from this? Like, where do I need to be going next? Is this the right path? Is this in the highest good for all?
Mhm.
Sometimes it's just not. But I always say nothing is ever wasted.
Beautiful. I hope that answers your question, and thank you for writing in.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.